Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Mr. Maloff Teaches here for episode 6. I'm back in the studio and the first thing I want to do is show you some of the paintings I've been working on. So, take a look at this. This is a sunset over the Geist Reservoir scene. Look at that duckling. I've got a backyard sunset and a sailboat on Lake Michigan right outside of South Haven. And right now, the thing that's on my easel is this painting of wildflowers I got from the forest behind my neighborhood. Today we're gonna have a lesson that is going to blow your mind. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, so since the theme of today's lesson is going to be all about nature, my drawing from life is going to be something that is from nature. Take a look at this bad boy. Oh, look at that thing. This is a conch shell. I got it in Jamaica when I was there. And, oh, can I hear the ocean? Yeah, I can. Can you hear the ocean? Yeah, all right. Now, I'm going to be using charcoal sticks and a kneaded eraser. This eraser is my favorite kind of eraser. It's almost like a piece of clay, but it works great. And these pieces of charcoal were given to me from his friend who actually got these in Russia. His grandfather had them back then. All right, let's get to it. Today's art project begins with a mathematical sequence of numbers. This set of numbers is called the Fibonacci sequence. Can anybody spot the pattern? Anybody? All right, I'll tell you. The pattern is you add the last two numbers together to get the number afterwards. So 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, etc., etc. And what makes these numbers special and what makes them artistic is what happens when you graph them out. Take a look at this. Here's a set of boxes. The first box has sides that are 1 unit. The second box has 1. The third box has 2. The next box has 3. Each box lines up with one of those numbers from the Fibonacci sequence. And watch what happens when you draw a line that goes through the center of each box. Where have you seen that before? Somewhere in nature, I mean. Perhaps you've seen that design in a seashell. Perhaps you've seen that design in the tendril of a vine. Maybe you've seen it repeated a few times in a plant, like this cactus. Or maybe you've seen it a lot of times, like in this pine cone, or in this sunflower. Maybe you've seen it in a bigger scale. Have you ever seen those aerial photos of hurricanes? Take a look at this. That has the exact same mathematical spiral that you see in the seashell. Let's go even bigger. This is a photo of the Milky Way. That's the collection of all the planets and the stars that in which we live. The entire Milky Way has the exact same spiral pattern that you saw on that tiny seashell. Let's get even bigger than that. Are you ready for this? Even bigger than the Milky Way galaxy? Kapow! Even on the head of a little baby, you see the pattern of the Fibonacci sequence spiral. So let's think about this for a second. There is a mathematical code that finds its way in the growth of every living thing throughout the universe, from the way clouds moves, to the way stars move, to the way a little snail or even a baby's hair grows. What's it have to do with art? Well, let me show you. When you have that graphed out set of patterns, the boxes form these shapes that are governed by a secret number called phi. It's one of those numbers that never ends, kind of like pi is for a circle that just goes on forever. Phi is just like that. It starts out 1.82, 1.16182, and it goes on and on forever. And that ratio is ingrained in our brains without us even realizing it, because every day we walk around, we see it without even realizing it. In every tree, in every flower, in every blade of grass, it's in there. And so when we make paintings and when we design things like architecture buildings, when we design things like city maps, we end up putting that golden mean ratio, that secret number, in almost everything we do. And when we put that in there, it makes it seem pleasant and appealing and nice to look at because it's been ingrained in our brains. So if you look at this ancient Greek architecture example, they use a rectangle in it that has the exact same ratio as the rectangles formed by the golden mean. If you look at this painting right here, if you look at where the key point is, the point that's the most important, that point is right at the golden mean, that 1.1618 ratio. And even if you look at things like your own hand, the bones in your hand and the way things are arranged in your body follow these same patterns. If you look at the knuckles, the ratio of the first knuckle to the next knuckle is the exact same ratio as those boxes from the first square. So what we're going to do has to do with patterns in nature. Leaf. I collected it several years ago. I love the patterns. Look at that. Look at those beautiful patterns that end up happening. An artist could paint it. We are going to be using these patterns in the leaf and make a nature-themed picture out of it. Step 1. You will want to glue down your leaf. I'm spreading the glue on the back of the leaf, making sure I get the glue all the way around the edge. Step 2. See the patterns in the leaf? You want to try to continue those patterns on until they fill up the whole page. So if I see lines in the leaf, I'm going to draw more lines outside the leaf. If I see shapes like this shape right here, I'm going to make it look like it's just a pattern of a bigger shape. There's a shape, there's a shape, here's a little shape, here's a shape. It looks like these weird bumpy spots in the leaf are now just a pattern of other big bumpy spots. That's the other lines going that way, that's the other lines going this way. Step 3, using some paints. You're going to have to try to match the exact colors on the leaf. Now, I've only given myself the primary colors, and these colors in the leaf, there's a ton of them, and they're not pretty and bright like these bright colors from the tube. So you're going to have to figure out how to mix these dull colors. And here's a hint, mixing opposite colors together will make them dull. Okay, so watch how I do this. If I'm trying to make this dull reddish color, take a look what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a little bit of red, stir it up, and then I'm going to make it dull by adding in a little bit of the opposite red, the complementary color of red, which is green. How do you make green? Blue and yellow. So I'll get a little bit of yellow in there, a little bit of blue in there, and I'll stir it up. And look what it does. It took that red, and instead of making it perfect, it's now just a little bit duller. I'm going to make a little mark next to my leaf to see if I'm on the right track. It's still too pretty. I'm going to add a little bit more of that dulling color, a little bit more yellow, a little bit more blue. Let's see if I got it now. Oh yeah, that's nice and dull. So now I'm going to take this paint, and I'm going to paint it in such a way that tries to match and mimic the texture in the leaf. The leaf texture has a lot of bumps, so I'm painting it in a very bumpy way. Okay? Let's mix another color. Now let's try to mix this weird, pukey looking yellowish green. Okay, so I'm going to start with the green, so yellow and blue. But then I'm going to add a little bit of the opposite of green to it, which is red. So I'm just going to get a touch of red, stir it up, and then try to mix that dull green. Now let me see what I got so far. That's dull, but it's a little too dark. Let's make it a little bit lighter by adding some white, and make it a little bit more warmer green by adding more yellow. Let's see now. That's what I want, okay? So let's get to it and paint some of those greenish spots as well. Remember, the goal of this is you want to try to camouflage the leaf so much that you're not going to be able to tell which spots in the leaf are actually paint and which spot is the leaf itself. Notice I'm being very careful not to get paint to go on the leaf itself. Have it. A very cool abstract nature painting where it becomes very hard to tell which part is actually painting, which part is actually the natural designs on a leaf. Hopefully your mind was blown. Until next time.